Today's topic is chapter number 13, page number 235, Social Impact of Information Technology. So first of all, you need to understand what is information technology. So information, as you know, it is a collection of data, meaningful data. So collection of all the meaningful data makes an information, and technology is, you are well known with the term technology. So information technology is a full form for IT. So everywhere you can hear the term IT. Now this chapter is not about only IT. It is not giving you the definition of all the ITs and all, because you have already learned about IT in emails and all the banking softwares and all that we have discussed in internet services. So that part is information technology. And now we are going to discuss what is the social impact of information technology. So now in this chapter, you can see, if you have your book with you, this is page number 235. So up to, you have in your syllabus till page number 237. Okay, so only two pages are there. So today we'll cover only this first part, first page, as we have done in Thursday's class. So this one, in this part we'll learn about the virus. So what we know, societal impact of information technology means how does this IT in creates an impact in our society, whether it is good or bad. So although this is covered in the whole chapter, the full chapter, but you will not be going through all those things because it is not there in the syllabus. But still, in some classes we may discuss about these things because these are very important. So some important parts I'll discuss later. Now, as of now, we'll discuss about the chapter itself, what is there in our syllabus. Okay, so here over the years, and another thing, those who have also attended the offline classes, you do listen to this online video so that you can have a better understanding, because all of you were busy talking to your friends and all. So first of all, we'll start, since the chapter is small, we'll start with reading line by line here. So over the years, the use of computer has become widespread in areas such as business, government, defense, and even at home. This means that large amount of vital and sensitive data are increasingly being entrusted to the stored in computers. So what does this means? Whatever you are storing, be it Google Photos or your emails, everything is being stored in someone else's computer. So when you are storing something in the internet, that means you are storing in someone else's computer, be it Google, be it Microsoft, anywhere, wherever you are storing, cloud computing and all, everything is stored in another computer, and that computer does not belong to you. Okay, so the security means, since Google is there, it is a very entrusted one, so they are keeping your data safe. But any hosting services or any local storage services, you cannot trust them, because it is not, because if you are having some sensitive data, it is being stored in someone else's computer, be it password protected, but that person who owns that computer can always access it. Okay, so there comes the need of information technology, which gives you a total security, being entrusted to the computer. So data security has thus assumed a great deal of importance. So data security, that is the most important part, data security. In this chapter we will discuss the various threats to the integrity, confidentiality and availability of data, and what can be done to combat this. Okay, so this is whatever is covered in the whole chapter. But now, first of all, we'll see the things which is coming automatically, that is the virus. Okay, so this part here, you can see virus. How many types of viruses? See here, 5 types of viruses are mentioned. So you have this macrovirus, multipartite virus, polymorphic, stealth, and this program and health virus, program and file infector. Okay, these 5 types of viruses are there. Now, what is a virus? First we need to understand what is a virus. So we all know that virus is something that infects our computer and creates problem in our softwares and all those things. Now, any software that is installed in our computer can be considered as virus. So I might have discussed with you in class 9 also about this thing, this virus. So this virus is actually just a code or a program. Like all other softwares, it is also a code or a program which is running in your computer. So as the example goes, that suppose you are having a VLC media player or Windows media player, whatever media player you are using, say in your phone also, your phone's media player, you have created a playlist of songs. So what you have done there, you have selected 10 songs and you have put that in your playlist, given it a name, and then you just start your playlist, and then you can turn off your phone and it will continuously play those 10 songs whether it is in loop or not. So it will keep playing the songs one after another. Now that one is what you intended. You intended to run the 10 songs one after another without any pressing of key and anything else. So that how it is performing. Whenever you are selecting that songs, that playlist, you are doing through a software that is your media player. Now as you know that media software is something that is writing the code for you, and programming language is a place where you code by yourself. So software is a tool that helps you to write code without knowing those syntax of the code. So when you are creating the playlist, actually the media player is writing a code where it has written the code to run 10 songs that you have selected one after another. Okay, so that is the part of a software. Now suppose you have not selected a playlist and one after another your songs are playing without your knowledge. You are not doing anything but the songs are playing. At that time only you will say that your computer or your phone is attacked by a virus. Or sometimes you can see that you are not clicking on your mouse button and everything is clicking here and there. The mouse is clicking, moving here and there. It is being clicked here and there. So what is happening? Automatically the things are happening. So the same thing, automatically the songs are playing one after another, is been done in the playlist, but that is done with your consent. So that is why that media player, you are not calling it as a virus, you are calling it as a software that helps and makes your task easier. But when without your consent some functionality runs in your computer, clicking here and there, so that becomes a virus. Now about the clicking example, as I've told in the live class, that the example of the flash sale, I have given the example of the flash sale. You are very used to these flash sales in Flipkart and Amazon. So what is there? Suppose the flash sale is at 12 o'clock. So within 1 minute, within 1 minute, 12:01, all the phones will be sold out. So what does this means? That in 1 minute all the phones are sold out. There are hundreds of phones. So how come a person can buy it within 1 second? The reason is you are doing it manually. In 1 second, that buy now button, how many times is it possible for you to click? 2 to 3 times in 1 second. I'm talking, or say in 1 minute. In 1 minute, how many times can you click it? At max, you can click it for 100 times. And that also if you don't get tired. If your fingers are not tired, in 1 minute you can press for 100 times. But if you are writing a code, so what you can do is you can write a code that in that part of the screen, that buy now button will be clicked automatically for 1000 times in 1 minute. So when that program is run, so at that time that buy now button will be clicked 1000 times. You can write in the code that open 10 browsers. Browser means browser tabs. In Google Chrome you can open many tabs. So open 10 tabs, and in each tab 1000 times the buy now button will be clicked. So 10 tabs into 1000, so 10,000 times the buy now button will be clicked by the same person who is running that code. So who will be able to buy that one? Of course the person who has written the code. So that is the reason the people who are running the codes are getting those phones or anything that is available on the flash sale. But you, while doing it manually, will not get that one. Okay, so this is how we can make a program. Now that program, that buy now button, which is there, suppose I give you that program, that buy now thing, and you run that program in your computer. So during flash sale, when it runs automatically, you think that okay, what a good software it is, you were able to buy the phone. But think of the time when you are not in the flash sale and you are running that software. So what will happen? That software will automatically start clicking in your computer, and in place of buy now, whatever files will be there or whatever browser will be opened, it will keep on opening those things. So won't it be called as a virus? You run the code for one time and 1,000 times it will keep clicking. Did you understand what I said? During flash sale, when the program is run and it clicks 100 times or 1,000 times in the buy now button, it becomes a very helpful software for you. But think that you have not opened any flash sale browser and you have just simply run the code that I have given you for the flash sale, then it will keep on clicking in your computer screen and it will not get the buy now button, so it will click anywhere. So what will happen? Everything will keep on opening. So that will be a hazardous things in your computer. So you will call that thing as a virus. So what will you tell? That I have created a virus for you. So that is what is a virus. It can be helpful, it can be not helpful depending on the things, but generally virus is considered to be harmful because it is actually made to harm your computer. Okay, so it is not a big deal. Virus is also a set of code, as you can see in the definition. A computer virus is a program that attaches itself to other programs in order to alter their behavior, often in a harmful way. Okay, so it runs in your computer, attaches itself to another programs and creates problem in your computer. Okay, so the virus comes from the name, as you have seen in biology, that virus is there which creates. So virus, as you know from biology, that virus is something that is not living thing by itself. When it attaches itself to something, to a host, it becomes active. So the same thing happens in computer virus. It cannot work independently. It will not work independently. When it attaches itself to a software or in your computer any programs, it will attach itself and then it will function. As if it is in the pen drive, it is not that if a virus is there in your pen drive, will your pen drive get destroyed? No, it will not destroy your pen drive, nor it can destroy your data. If you are keeping the pen drive with virus for 100 days and you think that the more I keep and it will get destroyed, no, it is not like this. It will not harm at all unless you put it in the computer and the virus can start running by attaching itself to the programs of Windows. Okay, so this is what a virus is. It doesn't work without the help of any computer or a software. Okay, now we'll directly jump to the types of virus. So only this part is covered. It is not going to be a long class. So this five types of virus. The first one is the program file infector virus or the parasitic virus. So another term came here, parasite. In the class you can in the class 9 or 8, I think, in biology you have seen the parasite. So what is a parasite? I am giving a small overview to understand that parasite is something which is dependent on something else. It is dependent on a host. So for example, a parasite you can consider as mosquito. So mosquito cannot create its own food. It depends on human beings for blood, which it takes as a food. Okay, so a mosquito is a parasite and we are the host. Okay, it is clear. Now to make it more clear, I can tell you that you might think that human beings are also parasite, because can we create our own food? Like plants do photosynthesis and creates their own food, but we cannot do photosynthesis. We are not creating our own food. We are depending on the plants for our food, but that doesn't make us parasite. We are not parasite. Why? Because these plants are not growing by themselves. We are farming. We are doing the farmers are farming them. So farmers means what? They represent the human beings. So we are creating them for eating. So we are not parasite, we are creating them. But the mosquito are not creating human beings and from them they are sucking the blood. No, it is not like this. We are our individual entity, and mosquitoes are just coming and devouring our blood. So that is a parasite, but we are not parasite who can create our own food. In that sense, everyone will be a parasite, because plants are also depending on sun rays, sunlight for photosynthesis. So does this make that plant as parasite because they are taking sunlight, or they are taking water from the soil? So it is not like that. If you can create your own food, you are not depending on something else directly, then you are not a parasite. Okay, so this is what a parasite is. Another thing is their symbiosis, which helps each other. So we help the trees to grow, trees helps us for the food. So it is a symbiosis. Symbiosis means where one is dependent on another and another is also dependent on the other. And parasite is only dependent on the host, and host is giving everything to the parasite. Like we are giving everything to the mosquito, mosquito is giving nothing to us. We cannot take any help from mosquito. So this is all about parasite. We are still not in the chapter of virus. So now we will see what is a virus. So as you have understood what is a parasite, so you can understand what is a parasitic virus. Means the general virus which is dependent on other software or other programs for its functionality. It cannot function at all without the help of a host. So that makes it a parasitic virus. And the name is also program or file infector. Means it infects a separate file in your computer, which will become the host, and through that file it will multiply, or it will do its function. Okay, parasitic virus. Next, macrovirus. Macro is actually a type of language, a programming language. Okay, so macrovirus is made by using macro programming language. So what it does is, there are many types of languages. So macrovirus only infects the programs which are made by macro language. Okay, so you can see here the example, macro language for its program. So documents created using Microsoft Office, that is MS Word, Excel, Access, all those things uses macro language. Okay, see, they uses macro language. So macro language they use, that is why they are called these macrovirus infects these MS Office files. Okay, the macro files are affected by the macrovirus. Next is multiparted virus. So multiparted virus, as the name suggests, it multiplies. So now you will see that the virus is affecting one of your files. After 2 to 3 days you will see it has affected 10 files. Then after 4 days you can see it has affected hundreds of files. So this is what a multiparted virus does. It spreads itself and multiplies in many ways, and it infects many files in your computer. Next is polymorphic virus. So this one is another English term, polymorphic. So morphic means, morphos is actually face means our face, suppose. So this face is called morphos or morphos, and poly means many. So many faces means like that the virus will have many faces. So virus is not a thing that it will have a face. So polymorphic means it has many functionality. Suppose a virus will infect one type of file in your computer. Same virus, if it goes to some other computer, it will infect a different file and it will behave as a different entity. So that is why the antivirus cannot identify which one is the virus. Okay, in your computer the virus will act like this, in my computer it will act in some other way. So everywhere it will act in different way. That is why it has the name polymorphic, means it has many faces, it acts differently in different computers. Okay, the last one is the stealth virus. So this type of virus uses various techniques to avoid detection by the user or antivirus. Stealth. So you need to understand this word, stealth. Stealth means hiding, or stealth means disguise or hiding. So disguise or hiding means if you are going somewhere putting a different type of dress and all, so that no one identifies you. You put a mask, you put a hat, you put a cap, and you have changed your appearance, looks, so that no one can identify you. So that means you are in a stealth mode. You have changed your appearance. So like this virus changes its appearance in different computers, in same computer also. So the polymorphic virus changes its face in different computers. In your computer it will be one type, in my computer it will be a different type. But the stealth virus is different even in my computer. Today it will act like this, tomorrow if I put an antivirus for this virus, it will act differently. So even in my computer it changes its face, it changes its appearance. So that is a stealth virus. Okay, so this is what all about the 5 types of viruses that we have learned today, and I'll be giving the note of these viruses so you can take it down in your copy. Now here in this chapter you have seen this part is there: virus, worms, antivirus software, spyware, malware. From spam, data backup and all these things are not there in your syllabus, but still we'll read some of them. But as of now we have to learn up to spam. Okay, so that's all for today's class. I think the term computer virus was first coined by Fred Cohen in 1983. So this part, this thing you can just take a note of, and nothing much in this page. So that's all for today's class. Thank you everyone.